have here at front all the green jackets because they know what they're going for, right? But if you're new, sometimes you think you're just going to share financial education. But this is, yes, we share financial education, we love education, but it is a business. You have to close. You need to have closing mentality. When you are in driving to the appointment, what are you thinking about? Are you singing all this reggaeton music? No, right? No. You have to think about closing because you're going to close. You're not going to warm the seat. You're not a teacher. I know a lot of us like to teach, and that's great. That's amazing because if you don't teach them, they don't learn. But you have to have that mentality, closing mentality. You know, all of you have meeting mentality. Excellent. But if you don't have closing mentality, how are you going to marry the two together? A lot of meetings, but no closing. You get frustrated, and then you leave the campaign. We don't want that, right? So have your closing mentality. Number one, closing mentality. So when you're driving, what you're going to be doing? Thinking about closing that account, right? Thinking about teaching that family to close because you're going to give them what they need. So 6 points. Point number one, you always prepare your client for closing. When you're knocking at that door, you're already closing the account. You're going to look at their eyes. You're going to say hi. You're going to introduce yourself. And these things, guys, that I'm going to mention to you are very simple. But I want to tell you something about myself. You know, I'm good at a lot of things and not good at many, many things, but I am excellent at closing. And I close the same way that I'm going to show you right now. A simple way, very simple way. So prepare your client to close. You walk in, you're preparing your client. Why? Because you're already prepared mentally, right? Number one, you have control of the conversation. I see a lot of people, you know, they get to the appointments and they talk about everything. They waste an hour and they haven't even talked about anything, the business or the product. So you control the conversation, right? Number two, you have to monitor your time at the appointment. Have you been at one appointment for 5 hours? I have. I remember at the beginning, you know, I was so excited and I would read the Saving Your Future book, everything, because I wanted to show everything. And boom, no closing. Because, you know, they were like, and I'm like, but the rule of 72. And they're like, and then you don't close, right? So, you know, monitor the time at your appointment. Know your material. Number three, and I think this is one of the most important ones. Let them. Have you heard about that? Let them. Yeah. You don't care about anything. Let them talk. Listen to what they have to say. Now, we have this beautiful sheet, and the best way to listen to what they want to say, their goals. That's the best way to know what they want. Because guess what? When you're listening, you know exactly what to give them. If you give them what they want, are you going to close? Yes, even if they don't want to, you're going to close them. Why? Because they know exactly what you, if they want to save for their future, okay, I can show you how you can save. I can tell you exactly how you can save. Oh, I want college planning. I can show you how your kid can go to school. If they want an annuity or they have money there, they don't know what to do, I can show you how you can move your money from one place to another. Be confident about that, right? Number two, when you are listening to them, guess what? The other thing you have to do is when you let them talk, I don't know you guys, but I forget names all the time. So when you have to tell them their names, right? So what I usually do, you know, this part, I know exactly what, you know, I know the name, maybe I'm going to say client, Mr. Client and Mrs. Client. But then, you know what's the most important thing? And here's your closing, guys. And this goes at the beginning. You need to know their kids' names. So I'm going to say, baby, I'm going to use my kids, okay? Baby Max. Well, Max is my dog, but I'm going to say baby Max, okay? I'm going to say baby Max. I'm going to say toddler. You want to know their ages. You want to know their ages, okay? Toddler Leo. That's my son. He's 22, not toddler anymore, right? But and then I'm gonna say teenager Janae. These two are my kids. They're sitting right here. They're over 20, and this is my dog. But you know, you have to remember that. So, Mr. Client, how about if Leo wants to go to college? Toddler Leo. He's 2, 3 right now. Are you saving for Leo? You're not gonna say, are you saving for your college kid? No, are you saving for Max? Do you wanna help your daughter to buy a car when she goes to university? You wanna help your daughter? You wanna help Janae to go to university? Oh, Janae's my daughter. Oh, you wanna help Leo? Oh, Leo is my son, right? So you connect with your clients. So I always write them down. Usually this sheet, guys, I have it in the computer and I just look at the names because I have a lot of clients. I go to a lot of appointments and I forget the names all the time. But that's why I write them down. So I put them there and I try to remember. I want to know what they want to know with their goals. Always. I'm gonna confess something. I hope Coach Juan is not listening. But these goals area, I used to dislike it very much and skip it until I had a client and this client had everything. And I'm like, oh, how can I connect? So I said, what do you want? So I went to this area, short-term goals, mid-term goals, long-term goals. Since that appointment, guys, I always listen to every client and then I close using this. Always. Even if they don't know what, I give them ideas. Would you like to pay off your house? Don't you want to pay off your house? Yes, right? I can help you. Would you like to save and have enough money to send your kid to school? Yes? Yes. Not your kid, right? Kid is a kid. But would you love to send Leo to school? Yes. Right, Luz? Yes. Yes, of course, right? So now you're connecting with them. Long-term goals. Would you love to take your family on a super trip? Right? Mr. Client, Mrs. Client, don't you want to go to the other side of the world, to Korea, and you start using your examples. So people connect with you if you use these 3 boxes, all right? So I'm going to go back to this. So you listen to what your clients have to say. Number 4, right here. Very important, guys. Watch your body language, right? Sometimes you're like presenting like this, or then how clients go like this, and then you walk in like, oh, I know everything, and then the client starts like, getting kind of angry, and then you start like getting smaller and smaller in the appointment because you feel intimidated. Because maybe they have a master's, doctor's degree, or maybe they have everything and you feel like small, right? No, watch your body language. You know what they don't know and you can help them. Why? Because of point number 1. Closing mentality. You already have it here. You're going to close them. Doesn't matter who they are because they need what you have. So watch your body language. Number 5, you count all the yeses during the presentation. Would you like to send Natasha, your baby daughter, to college? Yes. Yes, of course. Mr. Client, Mr. and Mrs. Salvador, would you like to send Nathan to buy him a house? Yes, right? Alex, you want to start, Mr. Client Alex, would you like to start saving for your future kids? Yes, right? See, all these green jackets here laughing because they So you want to connect with the client, right? So provoke those yeses with easy things. Don't complicate yourself, right? And number 6, level up or down to your client. Don't walk to an appointment to a person that you observe the house. Don't walk to the appointment to a person that they're barely making it and you're talking about the stock market and you're talking about all these fancy terms. You lose your clients and you don't close them. So you have to level up or down. That's why we are prepared. That's why we are the new industry. That's the reason why we are the new industry, because we can help the one that can save millions and the one that can save $5 a month, right? So we can help everybody. So this is very important to know. So once you have that closing mentality, and I know I don't have a lot of time, but okay, I don't care how you do it. We have all this right here, right? You have to show them their need. You use your Saving Your Future book. Always show the book because it's impactful. That we have something to show on a book. Very impactful. Show the Saving Your Future book. Now, if you do a PFS, that method, financial foundation, X Corp, 3 circles, 4 squares, 3 squares. Don't use them all. Just use one of those. We have many ways on how to do it. If you try to do all of this, guess what? You're going to be there for 3-4 hours and you're not going to close anything. Choose the best way depending on the time, depending on the family. Choose the best way for you to close a person, to show them their need. Does that make sense, guys? Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of people using the whole PFS front, I don't have the back, but front and back, and you show the X-curve and the dime method, and no, it's too much for a client. It's a lot for a client. Too much information. And by the way, they're only going to retain like 10%, right? So make sure that you are choosing one, the one that you feel more comfortable, maybe, or the one that fits with the time that you have. And that's the one thing you're going to use, right? Okay, write down the names of the spouse and kids. Always mention their names. And then show them the solution. What are the solutions? We have many solutions, right? And then I'm going to show you right here. Show them the solution. By the way, I always, in all my appointments, I keep doing this. You feel that you can save $10 a day because that's going to give me an idea where they're standing. Even though sometimes you ask all these questions and you have the PFS, sometimes do they tell you the truth all the time? No, they don't. So, but if you think you can save $10 a day, Maria? Yes. Okay. So $10 a day is $300 a month. You think you can do it, Dallas? Yes. Okay. So that's telling you that they are willing to do it. Doesn't mean you're gonna give them that, right? But they're telling you, yes, I'm willing to do it. All right. So I repeat this all the time in my appointments. And I'm gonna show you an illustration here. And I'm not gonna talk about the illustration by any means. I just wanna show you that you have to be really clear, very clear to the clients, because this is the bread and butter of everything that we do. I'm just using a regular illustration, and I always tell them and explain every single column. Everything, right? I always use target premium for the ones that are very technical. Target premium, I explain year number 1, their age. We were talking about $10 a day, right, Maria? Yes, okay. $10 times 30, 300 a month, right, Maria? Yes. There's many yeses, right? Yes. 300 times 12, 3,600, right? A year. Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I have here 3,600. That's gonna be what you're going to be saving, Maria. This is your annual premium. You're gonna contribute that. Is that for me, Maria? No, that's for you. They need to know that this goes to their account. Now, number this column right here. Okay, this is what you have saved. First year, 2610. The difference between 3,600 and 2,610, that's the cost of insurance. By the way, you already talked about all these concepts, okay? I'm not gonna get into that. Then this is your access column. Right here, Maria. Year number 1, small letters. Maria, this is your access to your money. First year you have 2610, but how much can you access? 0. I always make them say 0. Why? Because I want them to know that this is a long-term commitment. It's not 1 month, it's not 1 year, it's not 5 years. We're changing their lives with this particular product, all right? So this money comes here, you explain, but Maria, guess what? We are regulated by the IRS right here. I always show this. This is the max that you can give, right? The first couple years. Can you do that with a Roth IRA? With an IRA? No, right? No, all right. So those are small numbers for you, Maria. very small numbers. I can help you do better, right? Why? Because you're gonna work with me. I always mention you're going to work with me and you're gonna be with me. Why? Because I'm going to recruit them, right? So you can start with that, Maria. It's okay, but we're gonna look at big numbers for you because I have big expectations for you. Then I show them same illustration, big numbers. This can be your contribution, Maria. Remember the 2610 right here? Now, but if you can take this to a different level, guess what, Maria? If you contribute more, because I'm going to help you contribute more, because you're going to work with me. Again, I repeat a lot. When you have this, guess what? Where's the zero? No more zeros. Now you have a 1 before the zero. So now you have 10,000 that you can access. Is that amazing, Maria? Yes. 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 Is that amazing? That's great, right? Yes, I'm contributing a lot more, but I'm making money, right? Because you're going to work with me. So this is what you can do with this account. So I get the connection with her. I show her big numbers. So now Maria doesn't want to do $10 a day. Now Maria wants to do a lot more, right? Of course, I have her numbers by now, and I know exactly what to recommend, but I want her to see what she can do. Then, after that, guess what? Use their language. And I don't mean English, Spanish, any other language. No, just, level up to to where they're at and use their language. Let me explain to you the process, Maria. Guess what? We need to fill out an application to approve you because everybody has what? Not everybody qualifies. Give some examples. That's why you come to the meetings, because you're going to get the examples from everyone. If Maria is from Europe, I'm going to use Natasha's example, right? If Maria is from whatever place, I'm going to use those examples so I can connect more with Maria, right? Now, if Maria says, oh, I love it, give me your driver's license, I'm ready, right? Don't take longer. All right, so, but not everybody qualifies, Maria. So right here, we need to fill out an application. By the way, you have your driver's license with you? Yes, I have people and clients that just go and just throw their driver's license to me. And for me, it's like, oh, getting the driver's license so I can, I'm like, yes. All right, so we're gonna measure the risk. I need your driver's license, your social security, your IT number, or whatever you have. When I am right here, when I'm here, I already know, in their concerns, I already know what they have, what they are, what bank they have, because this is gonna help me know. So I don't double ask questions if I have the information already, right? So bank account information, Chase. Oh, I know the route number for Chase. I'm not gonna ask. Can I have the routing number? No, I already know. Give me the account number, right? Be confident. I need your account number. Ooh, this is key. Beneficiaries. Okay, you know what? And I'm just really quick with you. When I have beneficiaries, I always ask, okay, yeah, you want your kids, yeah. There's contingent beneficiaries. So what if, just think about this, Maria. What if your whole family passes away in a car accident? Who do you want to leave all this money to? Oh, my brother. What's your brother's name? David. David what? David Boras. Oh, okay, by the way, he's here. Yay! My brother's here. Yeah, right there. He got his license. So yeah, he's new. So what's the name of your beneficiary? Okay, David. Perfect. Give me David's name because he's gonna be your contingent. I haven't even filled out the application, but I'm telling her, give me their names. Tell David to write down my name, so in case that something happens to you, he can call me. And you have information from other people. Guess what happened to me one time? I went to an appointment, and this person, I said, well, give me your number. I explained, and she's like, well, I'm shopping around. And okay, that's fine, get the information. And she said, give me your number. Gave her my number. She's like, oh, I already have your number. And I'm like, oh, who are you? Like, how do you get my number? She was one of the beneficiaries from one of my accounts. And she said, oh, okay, I'll do it with you. Account closed. Wow. So it is important that you actually mention this. Then doctor's information, medical questionnaire, just ask all those questions. Extreme sports, you joke about it. Are you gonna fly a plane or something? Ha ha ha. just to kind of not make it so serious. Do you know Mary and Juana? No? Yeah, marijuana. No? Okay, so if you smoke that, is better than actually cigarettes, right? So just tell me, because you have to put in the application. First contribution, Maria, is gonna come out of your banking account in 1 to 2 days, right? It's not gonna say Livni Boras. It's not coming to me. It's gonna say Transamerica, Nationwide, whatever company you're using. Very important that you tell them in 1 to 2 days, because the first thing they complain, nobody told me about the premium, and that premium is for you, Maria. Okay? You feel comfortable with 300, 500, 1,000, whatever the number is? Yes, no? Okay. In my case, my assistant will be contacting you for more if we need more information. All right, thank you, Maria. Yes, I already have everything. And do not leave without a second appointment. Why? Because most likely that person needs more things. But if you focus in an annuity, in will and trust and many things, guess what? You're not going to close anything because it's too much information, and they're going to tell you, let me think about it. You don't want that. You close your account, you leave, and then you come back. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay. And last but not least, meanwhile, what are your teammates doing while you're in the appointment? Because you want to bring somebody, right? Yeah. So you have your training agents. What are they doing? Listening. They are listening and writing notes. That's field training for them. Put a lot in their mouth. If you're training, don't say nothing. Sometimes you mess up things because you want to help your trainer. Just listen. Write your notes, right? Many stories with that. If you're an agent, okay, you're getting the material ready. You're getting the illustration ready, connecting to internet, right? Because sometimes by the time you want to connect to the computer, so the agents can do that for you, can help you with that, right? Get the illustration ready. Why? Because they're listening to everything, so they can prepare the illustration for you. And if you are an MD, you are actually, doing the appointment with the trainer, because you are already right there. And to finalize everything, I have this. Repetition is not tedious when you know its purpose. When you come to the meetings, it's the same. But if you know the purpose of the meeting, what? You want to come to the meeting. Yes. Appointments are the same. But if you know the purpose of the appointments, you do it gladly. Is that right? Yes. All right. Well, thank you very much. All group, thank you very much. Don't leave SD. I'll see you next time. I hope you learned something. Wonderful training, Livni. Yay. How you guys like it? Let's give one more round of applause. Are you all having the closing mentality? Yeah, you guys? Yeah. Or you still come home complaining? People don't close, people don't listen, they know this product. Remember, I always tell my team, why I'm a good closer? When I go in the field, I have a shield in front of me. Yeah. I have lawyers, I have doctors, I have IT, I have most of the owner of the trucking company, 200, 150 big business owner. Do you think I'm scared of them? No, because I know how to do my job. When I go in the field, I know they don't have long-term care, they don't have life insurance, their kids are not protected, and then I talk very loud, like Victor always say, right? Walk proud and talk loud. That's why you guys control your appointment, okay? Don't let your client to control, because when I go at the store, right, they make me to pay money at the end. That's why here, whatever product I show them, I know this is good for them. Okay, Livni, great job. I need to follow up on your CEO promotion with my own closing, right? But we have a second trainer, okay? Guys, don't leave, stay here. I'll listen from the second trainer of the night. And she's well away from Savannah, Georgia. And what she really inspired me at the lunch 2025 in Charlotte, North Carolina.
She really inspired me, and even my team, because we're all from trucking business, and we want to retire our husband. And Pam, when she retired her husband from nursing, and her story really inspired me. That's why tonight we're gonna listen from Pam, and I hope I'm gonna take a lot of notes and retire my husband from trucking. Go ahead, Pam. The floor is yours.
Yay! Hello, hello. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Natasha. I'm super excited to be able to share with you guys tonight. All right. Can you hear me okay? I hope so. Yes. Okay. So, all right. So I'm here today. I wanted to, share with you guys. I know we don't have a lot of time, but I wanted to share with you guys what we're up to in this week coming up. Right? What is the what do we have to prepare for? Because we got to make sure that we understand the importance of what we have to prepare for here in the next upcoming days. Right? So my topic today, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. One second. All right. My topic today is Race to Summit. Okay. And, we all know Summit is coming up, right? I know many of you raise your hand if you felt like Summit, the last two summits was so powerful, right? It was so powerful that it had changed your business. Yes. And it definitely did mine. Okay. So, a business is always up and down. And this is why WSB create this events for us. I mean, think about it. We don't have to think too hard, work too hard. We just have to plug in and apply and execute, right? So that's what we're going to talk about. Why do we have to raise the summit, right? Our true business, do we understand what our true business really is, right? Do we understand what the business is all about? When someone asks you, what type of business do you own? What do you do? Right? Do we talk about we sell insurance, we sell this are the products that we offer? Yeah, we do sell financial literacy, financial education, but as a business owner, what do? You build people, right? And how do we build people? We move people from event to event, right? And we all know as WSB here that meeting is our business, right? Without meeting, we won't have people, right? And so and without meeting, we won't be able to build people. So our true business is moving people from event to event. But do we take advantage of this? Do we understand why we have to do this, right? Well, we have to understand. Building people from event to event is from small meeting to big meeting. It's all of the above. Coach always says, and I never forget this, right? Our business, our system, our meeting is not like a buffet. We can't pick and choose what we want, what we like, what tastes good, what we can listen, what we can listen better. What topic do they teach? Oh, they may repeat the same thing. I already know that. No, 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 no. Business is not a buffet. We do it all, right? From small meetings to big meetings, right? What are the small meetings? Well, twice a week BPM, from twice a week BPM to local events and then to the big events, right? But why is it that we need to build people towards the big event, right? Because the big event, big convention, and to me, summit is a big event. I mean, think about it. It's national. Everybody all at once, and to top it all off, it's a hybrid meeting. Who does that? Only WSB can have the capability, the community ship to be able to do that with thousands of people, right? And to me, Summit is a local big event, right? Well, it's a big event, but locally we can do that. So it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid. And the reason you want to do that is you want people to stretch their vision, bring them to a higher level of vision. Because guess what? We can only see what's in front of us. But if you show them outside their comfort zone, outside the people that they're normally with, right? The environment, right? It gives them a bigger vision, a higher level of vision. And then, of course, make decisions. Because at the end of the day, it's all about decision making here. I decide to commit. I decide to come early. I decide to quit my job, right? But we cannot do that for people. They have to want to do it themselves, and they want to do it if they see the vision, if they see an example that can move them, right? And then, of course, provide giant food for giants. We're all giants here, right? We're all giants here. But you know what? You gotta eat giant food. And giant food is listening to big stories, uh, big experiences, big people, right? And that's what events does for all of us. And of course, building on, are you building on, and you got to figure out too, as well, right? You don't just invite people just because your leader told you to invite people. You want to be able to want to invite people. You want to build your team. You want to build big, right? So you got to ask yourself, are you building on excitement or are you building on inspiration? Right? Oftentimes, because we have new recruits, we have a lot of recruits, we have momentum, we bring, we have recruits, we build on excitement, we recruit on excitement. But if you want inspiration, you build these people. Every individual that joins you, you get them to a meeting. You push them to a meeting. You make sure they don't miss a meeting, right? Excitement as well, right? When you make a sale, you're excited. But you know what? Do you feel like what Libni just mentioned, just shared? Don't Aren't those amazing products? Aren't those amazing solutions? And guess what? Everybody spend their money anyway, right? We help them. We help families when you make a sale. When you make money, you make a difference, right? You make a difference to your own family, and you help your recruit, your other people to make a difference. And also, you know what? We can't help it. Most people run for titles, right? Especially if you're new. Okay, they told me I need to hit this, I gotta hit this. But as a leader, right, we gotta make sure that we run because we run for titles because we want to grow our team to the next level, right? Because when every time you run for a different level, you're growing. That should be our mindset, right? And then, of course, powerful speaker, right? You're excited, you talk, or you're inspired by people that are powerful, good articulation, right? But what is the best example? What is the best teacher for people? Is It's lead by example, right? And also, if the best example is having a success for yourself, right? And then, of course, outside, inside, excitement is outside physically, but inside, if you're inspired, no matter how bad your day is, you're always going to come out there smiling. You're always going to talk to your team excited because you want to inspire people, right? And then, of course, if you're just excited, it's short term. But if you're inspired, it's long term, right? And that's why we always have also meetings could help that inspiration for you, right? It inspires your team, it inspires your people because we have every 3 months there's some events going on, right? Sometimes every month there's some contests going on. So meetings and events, it's not about the meeting, it's about the people who go to the meeting. It's not about the teacher, it's about the student. It's not about the speaker. It has never been about the speaker. It's about the listener. And it's not about the convention. It's about the convention's goals that determine the success of the meeting. So you have to understand when you come to the meeting, this summit coming up, what is the goal for this event, right? But how successful it is depends on us. It depends on you. Okay? So just want to show one case study, one example for our summit, right? In our team, in our base shop. This is all our base shop, right? So we had May 17th and June 7th, right? So May 17th, so we have our summit in our office and it's great. It's amazing, as you see. And then June 7th, it followed through. So we have a packed house. But, there's some key things that I realized that's so important when you do this type of events, right? Local events. Because as you see, if you don't push for this, it's not going to work, right? We got to have a great meeting mentality. That's the key, right? So our base shop, we push to make sure that we come. And then, of course, we do have some people as well that are out of state. We have some people that are in South Carolina, Hilton Head. We have some people in some other states that do it through a home, right? But meeting is the key. Meeting mentality is everything. It's everything. Always be focused on the meeting as well, right? As you see, everybody's serious, everybody's paying attention, right? And you gotta take notes, right? You gotta make sure that your team, I mean, it was so amazing to me. One of my team member actually went and brought a bunch of notebooks, right? And so that everybody have notebooks to make sure there's no excuse to not take notes, right? Monitor your team while in a meeting, stand, look around, take notes yourself, right? And then, of course, positive and exciting environment is the key. You'll always got to make sure it's excited. Even though it's long, it's many hours, got to make sure that the team is excited and positive. And of course, invite new and old prospects as well, right? Invite inactive team members, right? And then follow up and close. All of this does not does not help if we don't have follow up and closing mentality. If you have a guest, you got to make sure, or if you have an inactive team member, you got to make sure you talk to them, you get to know the reason for coming, and making sure that you follow up and get them back into business, right? So some results, right? The last summit in June, we have a lady, her name is Emily, right? And she actually joined years ago, okay? Uh, quite maybe about what 5 6 years ago, and she actually stopped the business because of pandemic. And she used to just she was in the business, but she was working in my office, the old office. And we had the opportunity to train her even though she wasn't in our team, right? And so we trained, we built relationships, she got trained by us, and we trained and we became friends. But pandemic, somehow she stopped. So that was back in 2020, I believe, or yeah, before that, 2019 or whatnot. And she told me that she's always had the business in her heart, and she applied the system and the knowledge that she learned here. She opened her own business outside WSB, but we kept in touch. I never failed to keep in touch with her, right? So years later, because of the summit, I reconnected, and she told me, I want to come back because I owe you guys. I owe the business. I owe WSB, because she became a very successful real estate business owner. So she owns 20 properties now. And, she said, I want to come back. It's not for the money only, but I want to come back because I learned a lot. So anyways, because of the summit, to make the story short, she joined that same day. She brought a guest who is an old team member of hers. She joined also. All right. And then, of course, she continued to bring guests. She continued to bring guests in the BPM, and she was fired up for what she saw, right? Because when she learned before, it wasn't, we had created so much more system now. It's so much more duplicatable, so much more doable. And of course, the way we break things down is so much easier now, especially during the summit back then. She was fired up. All right. And because of that, in that same week, in 1 week, we did 5 home BPMs, right? And we recruited so many people. Her team grew so fast exponentially, right? So we did home BPM after home BPM, as you can see here, right? And of course, duplication happened, right? After so many home BPMs, I mean, this woman, actually, this lady, makes sure every week she has a home BPM, every week up until today. Even though sometimes the home VPN may or may not be successful, someone may or may not show up, but she would always book in advance. And every week we have home VPN because of the vision that she saw on Summit, right? And because she saw how the business is now. So as you see, duplication happens. So even though I was not there, right? Their team, Amy, at the era is our MD, is her MD, and Amy is the direct upline, right? So they actually did a home BPM on their own, right? And of course, because of that, right, that excitement grew her team to this one. Okay, this is her bubble chart right now, and I'm super excited to see, because duplication is happening, because she actually hit GX3 MD in 2 months, right? And because of that, her team duplicated her to be in GX as well, right? And then of course we have a lot of work to do, because there's a lot of new members, right? And then of course, this is her, right? And the direct uplines right here at the era and Stephanie, this is their whole team, because of the growth that's happening. Remember what coach said, right? You grow the root and the tree will be strong, right? As you see, because of that, we have 2 GX SMDs gonna come up and 3 GX3 MDs that's gonna come up in just one leg, right? In just one leg, we have 2 GX SMDs and 3 GX3 MDs. And as you see, we're duplicating GXs here. And also, they have about 13 new, this is just the newest, they have 13 new people studying for license right now, right? So, and then of course, our whole team definitely grew because of the summit as well, right? So this is our whole team. And, we're definitely focusing on the root and building it from the root. Okay. So as a result, because of the summit, she came back at the business. She knew exactly what to do, by the way. How many times that you have a new member, they come and they don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. They don't know who to talk to. It's kind of pulling teeth to ask them to do an appointment. But because of the summit, I didn't have to open my mouth about home BPM, guess what? Because she just went ahead and do it, right? She even have people that are not even joined the business yet, but her focus is just have a home. Hey, can you host a home BPM for me? I promise you, you're not going to regret it. Hey, can you invite some friends at your home? They haven't joined. And because they hosted a BPM, they joined, right? So that's the urgency, the aggressiveness that they have. So again, duplicating GX is the key. So remember this, right? Remember to invite wide and invite deep. Wide and deep does not only apply to recruiting, it's for events as well, right? It's for summit, it's for convention, right? Invite wide and make sure your leaders, your front line also have people under them going to the event as well. Also, make sure we set expectations, right? Hey, if you're an MD, you need to have at least 10, right? Or this and that. Set expectations, right? Set expectations that after the event, this is what's going to happen in your business, right? If you invite this amount of people. Show strong teamwork, right? Everybody collaborate, everybody, bring the food together, clean up, make sure the office looks good, right? Team pride is the key, right? And then of course, at the end of the day, right, you can work so hard to make it look good, to make sure the meeting is successful. But if you don't have closing mentality, again, it's not helping anyone, right? We're not changing people's lives. So just remember, appointment is a close. After event, make sure you have a return appointment, right? Workshop is a close. If you could sign up people to workshops and follow up with them and do a follow-up appointment right after, it's a close. AMA is a close, obviously, if it's a new member, right? It's a close. And then, of course, PFS is a close, okay? And so, again, understand success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out, okay? Understand that. Listen, if you guys could internalize this a little bit, success is the sum of small efforts repeatedly day in and day out. Every day, do you ask people to go to summit with you? How many people, inactive team members, prospects, everybody, everybody you could think of, do you repeatedly ask them? Are you afraid to push, right? Do you understand why you need to push them to this event? Okay. And then my last slide would tell you that a diamond is just a piece of charcoal that handles stress exceptionally well. I always keep this in mind because, hey, listen, this business could be stressful. I understand that. There's so many things to focus on. There's launch, there's this summit, there's your personal internal contest going on, right? But are you a diamond? Do you consider yourself a diamond? Pressure is precious, okay? So pressure is good. You have to accept pressure and you have to know how to handle it so that you could become that diamond that is unbreakable. And we will get there. We just have to know that stress is normal. So we gotta push hard and push it with pride, okay? Because you know that this is good for them. So, I mean, that's all I wanted to share. Thank you, Natasha, for letting me share. And I'm super excited. I don't know the summit, I love the summit. And let's go ahead and make sure we pack the house, okay? Thank you all so much.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful job, Pam. I just wanna, before we closing, I just wanna say one thing. I am the truly student of the big event. I joined the company and I remember in 6 months I hit the MD promotion and Nathan told me, you have to see bigger vision. You have to see yourself. When you ask me a lot of questions, I want you to go to the convention. And it was 2019, Dallas, Texas, who changed my life, who changed all my questions. I find all the answer in the whole company, in the whole WSB, WFG. That's why for you guys have one more chance until tomorrow, October 9th. to register at office. Or if you cannot attend, let's pretend you're busy, you have kids, you have a dog, whatever, okay? You just pay $25, you have your Zoom link and have a home BPM. Just invite people in your home. Just let them hear this chance when somebody was introducing you to this business, okay? Never miss a meeting. Wednesday night, once again, great job, Livni Boras and Penwin. Was a pleasure to be your MC tonight and have a wonderful night and see you all Saturday. And let's close strong the meeting and all the session and appointment and all the big event. Okay, great job, everyone. Was a pleasure to be your EMC tonight, live from Wagbrook Financial Center. Bye-bye. See you. Bye.
What's the
I'll
music?
take notes. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Nice to see
Bye.
my Colorado team out of state. Good job, our financial center.
Recording stopped.